Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Madonna. I'm Start a Small Garden. For today's video, I'm going to show you how to grow sweet potato leaves. So the fastest way to grow sweet potato leaves is through a sweet potato itself. So this is the sweet potato seeds. I started with my two purple sweet potato seeds and I let them grow indoors, started in February. And then from that, as you can see, it grows much faster if you let it grow in the soil rather than soaking it into water. And this is the fastest way that you can grow slips, and lots of slips, what I mean. And then after that, once the slips grow into like 6 inches tall, you can remove it and then you can plant it in your raised bed, pots, containers, buckets, or even fabric pots. So I tried to experiment with growing slips, sweet potato slips in the water and also in the soil, and the best one so far is in the soil. So I just used a potting mix. And since I'm growing it indoors, sometimes potting mix has lots of gnats. So what I did is that I covered the top part using sand soil. This way it is more hygienic and prevent those gnats from thriving and weakening your plant or seed. So that's what I did. And sweet potatoes loves water, so make sure that while it's growing slips, you water it deeply, but not very wet. Like make sure that the container that you grow your slips has a hole so the water has a way to go out and dry. And then this method of growing slips on your own rather than buying already that's from cuttings, this way is one of the best way because you can have unlimited slips, unlimited sweet potato vines. You can leave the vines too as long as you want, but I think it's best if the vines are already long enough, they're ready to plant and long, kind of like, especially if they start to crawl already or try to climb. Yes, it's already best to remove it from the seed. So far I have planted in trash bags to try, and then in my no-dig raised bed garden, and actually I planted in two. And until now, it's May and June, I still have the same seed that I have used for February, and it's still producing lots of slips and still giving me sweet potato plants. So this, I could say from my experience, the best way to grow sweet potato slips at home, especially if during winter, if you want to be able to plant ahead in early spring, you can purchase sweet potato seed, grow slips during winter time. But since sweet potato loves heat and can tolerate also some afternoon shade, you can plant them in an area that receives like 6 to 8 hours of sunlight. But so far here, after I planted the slips, I was able to plant them into raised bed gardens and some pots, and even in 5-gallon bucket. I tried it too. So they are really pretty, low maintenance plant. They sprawl around and they can be invasive, especially if you don't have so much space. Since if, for example, you have only small space in your garden, I highly recommend to put a barrier between your planters or raised bed gardens, because they can take over the whole garden or area, and they grow very fast, especially during summers. So sweet potatoes has long growing seasons, and make sure that you water it deeply. And so far, my sweet potato slips now is really growing very well and become mature already, and I'm hoping for a great harvest. Hopefully, I intended to plant the sweet potatoes for the sake of the leaves. That's what we do. We harvest the leaves and eat them, of course. So there you go, guys. That is how to grow sweet potato slips, and the fastest way to grow sweet potato slips, from potato seed. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you again in the next video. I hope that you were a great day, and good luck to your sweet potato planting. Bye.